Welcome to episode 1154, Ivan Glasenberg, 9 Lessons. This is an outline of episode 1154, lesson 1 to 5. This is lesson 6 to 9. Lesson 1, he's the king of mining since becoming a billionaire since 2011.
Glencore, as you said, since 2002, turns CEO of Glencore. Ivan Glasenberg is this enormously charismatic, energetic South African who's really become the face not only of the company but even of the commodities trading industry.
Lesson 2, his mentor and boss was Marc Rich. This period was Marc Rich. So who is Marc Rich?
In 1974, the company fortune was made selling Iranian oil, breaking US sanctions in doing so. Indicted on charges of trading with the enemy, racketeering and tax evasion, Rich fled the US in 1983, relocating to a Swiss tax haven as one of the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives.
Lesson 3, his 3 criticisms: pollution, corruption, and tax evasion.
That they'd been subpoenaed by the US Department of Justice in a corruption and money laundering probe relating to their activities in Congo, Venezuela and Nigeria.
Lesson 4, the Jewish connection in mining. Thus, he's one of them. His boss, Marc Rich, was a fugitive billionaire hiding in Switzerland until he was pardoned by President Clinton. And finally, Mick Davis, born in South Africa and a friend of Glasenberg and CEO of Xstrata. Lesson 5, commodity price rise is pushed by China's spending on infrastructure.
I do, because you got the big infrastructure spend which is occurring in China at the moment. It started early when the COVID crisis hit and the Chinese got out of the problems. They started spending on infrastructure and pushing the infrastructure fiscal spending, and that started the rise of commodity prices.
Lesson 6, he led Glencore from trader of commodity to a mining company.
Acquisition of mining giant Xstrata. The public offering made the large trading division, which relies heavily on debt to operate, answerable to investors, and the acquisition turned the company into a mining giant. As a trader, the company was agnostic about prices, but as a miner, a huge portion of its business is dependent on the cost of raw materials.
Lesson 7, commodity is a highly cyclical industry.
A crash in commodity prices occurred as Chinese demand slowed, causing shares to fall sharply by 56%, the largest decline since the IPO. The usually reliable trading profits were also down to $1.1 billion.
Lesson 8, he works for tax haven like Switzerland and Hong Kong.
Glasenberg initially worked in the coal department in South Africa and soon managed the Hong Kong and Beijing offices in 1990. He became head of the coal department in 1991, buying mines in Colombia, South Africa and Australia.
Lesson 9, his goal is net zero CO2 emission by 2050.
Glencore has a clear ambition to be net zero CO2 emissions by the year 2050, and we would have achieved that by reducing our coal production considerably. We also are fortunate enough to have the right commodity mix to ensure we can produce the commodities required for the renewable energy future.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.